It's been quite a little while since I've made a video, and there are a number of reasons for that. I think I'll be making a sort of an update video soon to maybe fill you in on some of the things I've been up to, and also show you some of the stuff that I got sort of over the holidays and things like that. But for now, because this just arrived today, I thought I might go ahead and get a quick video out, and while it's still timely. This is the January Smuggler's Bounty Box from Funko. This, of course, is a sort of a, I guess, bi-monthly Funko Pop-centric subscription box. I've made a couple of videos about it in the past. They had one earlier that was kind of a Jabba's Palace themed one, supposedly. I got that, and one or two other ones, but I kind of lost interest. I'm not a hardcore pop collector by any means, but I do get one or two once in a while, and they appeal to me. So when I heard that they were doing another sort of Jabba-centric one, I definitely decided to get it. This one, apparently, from what I understand, and from what you can see on the top here, has something to do with Jabba's sail barge or skiff. I imagine they're probably sort of trying to tie it in with Hasbro's sail barge, which is, of course, I guess going to be shipping somewhat soon. So, I'm very interested to see what's in here. As I mentioned with the other Smuggler's Bounty Box, although it was supposed to be Jabba's Palace themed, it didn't have really a whole lot that was that much to do with Jabba's Palace. It had a drink serving R2-D2 from the sail barge, and it had a Jabba kind of ceramic mug. But other than that, stuff didn't really have anything to do with Jabba's Palace at all. It was kind of disappointing in that sense. So I'm interested to see if they have maybe learned from their mistakes and made this a little bit more close to the theme. So, you take off the plastic wrap here, and it's got a bit of a different style box than they had before. This is more of a glossy box, kind of like it. Opens similarly like this, fold it up, and inside, I'm going to hide this because that shows what's in the box. We've got several things, but before we look at the pop figures, let's pull this guy out. This is a Boba Fett luggage tag. That's actually pretty cool. It's got him zooming up on his sort of jetpack there, and on the back you can see there's a place to put your name and address. I probably would use this, actually. So they're off to a good start. Looks to be made of a kind of a semi-hard rubber. Well, it's soft, I guess. Now, let's see. We have the first pop figure, and it is definitely a Jabba's Palace related one. We have here Klaatu Skiff Guard version. Yeah, Klaatu, of course, famously, well, I should point out first that Klaatu is really not the name of a character so much as it is the name of a race that they are using. Oops, we don't want to see that. And so, I'm not sure that it's the same character in every case, but they did famously make two versions of Klaatu for the vintage Kenner figures, which was kind of funny. This is clearly reminiscent of the Skiff Guard version that they made. Let's take this little guy out. Let's see what he looks like. Alright, well, he seems to be having a little bit of problem with his rifle here. He's got some, erectile dysfunction issues, I guess we'll say. There, maybe we can fix that. He, of course, has the bobble, as all Star Wars pop figures are bobbleheads. That's one thing, as I've probably harped on too many times, that I don't like about them. I would much prefer them to just be static figures, because the heads have a tendency to get misaligned or even come off in some cases, and I'm just not a fan. Speaking of coming off, they should come off this base, but it looks like he's actually on there permanently, so I don't know. I mean, that's okay. Well, no, he's not. I think he's... Well, I don't know. I'm reluctant to try and break that off. This foot here seems to be glued on there, if I'm not mistaken. In any case, looks like a pretty good figure. He's got a fair amount of different paint applications. I like this kind of metallic, almost a kind of a hammered metal finish they have on his helmet. And it's definitely nice to see another Jabba's Palace character, so that's nice. Still has a little problem there. Maybe a little hot water would help that. Next up, we have what you may have seen on the back of the Klaatu figure if you were an eagle-eyed observer, Lando Calrissian. Definitely one of his more iconic outfits, actually. And very nice to see that they're making a pop version of this. Kind of surprised that it took this long to get, frankly. Let's see here. Alright. So he has, yeah, I mean, basically the same outfit that we're familiar with. He's got a very tiny looking vibro axe, I guess that is. And a gigantic, obscenely large head, as all of these figures do. Yeah, I would say this is pretty well done as well. This is all not painted, this is just the color of the plastic, but we have paint along here and quite a bit on the body. I like this part, this is well sculpted. I would say these are pretty good figures, they'll go nicely with my little Jabba's Palace pop figure display. But is there anything else in here? Oh, yes there is. We've got something mysterious wrapped in kind of insulating foam or something. Let's see what this is. I'm curious. Now I haven't really, researched what's in this box up until now, so I'm not really sure what I'm going to be getting here. But it's unusual that they wrap it so well. Okay, what do we got? A white box. Awesome. It's, oh, toothpick holders. Well, that's interesting. Let's see what that means. Oh, okay. Well, toothpick holders, right. These are shot glasses, clearly. But whatever you want to call them. We have one with R2-D2. And one with Salacious Crumb, which is quite nice. I like to see that. That's pretty cool. So we've got 2 glasses. Now this box, as I recall when I was ordering it, it mentioned that it did not come with a t-shirt, as so many of these boxes do. So I'm wondering, yes, there is one more item, and it is the cream of the crop, of course. It is Jabba the Hutt in mystery mini-figure form, which is actually pretty exciting for me because, well, I collect a number of these mystery mini figures. I don't collect as many of the Star Wars ones, mostly because, well, they're just like the big pop figures, they are bobbleheads, and I don't really care for that, especially on the little figures. Kind of rubs me the wrong way. And also, I don't know. It's hard to collect these, because they're blind boxed normally. This one obviously does not. It tells you who's in there, but it's difficult to collect like the full range. And so I kind of just bought a few of them, well, maybe like 8 or 10, and then haven't bought any more since then. But if they had more Jabba's Palace characters, I certainly would be buying more of them. I'm not sure, actually, come to think of it, if they've had any up until now. But I do collect mystery minis from a number of other movies as well. So, very cool to have this in this form, in this style. I want to see what he looks like here. Alright. There he is. As you can see, this is kind of what I'm talking about. The head has gotten misaligned, so he's staring off that way, which I can fix it. You have to sort of turn this spring around. I don't know if I can do it right here on camera. Maybe not. It's a little tricky. Or you can just sort of try and do that. But then I usually overcorrect, and now he's staring off in the other direction. Yeah. So in case you were wondering why I didn't like the bobbleheads, this is a big reason why. But let me just forcefully hold his head there so you can see what he's supposed to look like. And yeah, that's a pretty good pretty good sculpt, I would say. A bit bigger base and a bit bigger figure than the normal mystery minis, so that's kind of cool too. He's got a reasonably good paint job, I guess. Not fantastic, but he does have his little tattoo there. It's nice to see. So, that appears to be everything that's in the box. I would say, for this one, I am considerably happier than I was with the previous Jabba's Palace version, just because, as I said, they seem to have really stuck to the theme a lot closer. You got 2 pops, one toothpick holder, so-called, that has a Jabba's Palace character on it. We've got a brand new Jabba mystery minifigure, and we also have this Jabba's Palace related Boba Fett, so very cool. I'm not planning to keep subscribed to this, mystery box in the future probably, but I will dip in once in a while if they have anything else that I'm interested in, so we'll see. In the meantime, thanks very much for watching, and it's good to be back.